Well, oh, I don't know how to push buttons apparently. Hold on. Oh, dear Lord. Hold on, everybody. There we go. Welcome back to HeroesHype Premier Series. We are currently in our losers bracket between the members of Broken Alliance versus Inting for Globes. This is our final best of 3 of the evening for day number 1. We're going to be finding out who's going to be going home and who continues in through the lower bracket, and we'll be going up against PEDs tomorrow evening. I believe we start with losers bracket tomorrow, and then we go into winners bracket final. We'll find out a little bit later. We'll find out tomorrow, obviously. I know I keep saying that, but it's just like, I keep thinking about it. I'm like, I don't, like I say it, I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. We got ourselves games. Let's focus in on that. I'm sure. Oh, Big Scary Duck. How's it going, bud? Thanks for coming by. Look for a soft jack-o'-lantern toy. First pick Murky and then Pumpkin Spice Tree. Wait, what? Pop and Fresh, what? All right, let's go ahead and find out how we got to our first map of this matchup here. The home team is going to be Broken Alliance. They won the coin flip, opting for first pick priority. They banned out Towers of Doom and Hanamura Temple. Dragonshire and Alterac Pass were banned up by the members of Inting for Globes, and so Volskaya will be their first map. A very comfortable map for them, as we saw them go for that in our first matchup against Looking for Work. They lost that matchup earlier, but seems like they feel confident here, so let's see what they're able to do on our first map of our final best of 3. Let's go ahead and pull our cursor off of that, and let's get into this right now. So Vala going to be banned on the left-hand side. I don't blame that at all. We've seen them really prioritize that Vala a lot, so Broken Alliance has had a moment to kind of take a peek at what these drafts have looked like. Ariel going to be banned out as well, as we've been seeing them play quite a bit of that. But Volskaya, you've got a lot of opportunities, so there's a lot of great heroes that you can pick up. And a lot, like rotation heavy, dive heavy, there's just options across the board. You ready for Inting for Globes? I'm ready to butt for Globes. Butts just on point. Where does the money come from, the prize pool come from? I do not know, Magus. I really do not know. It is $10,000 for this split. There was $10,000 for the last split. Overall, there's $40,000 for North America and Europe, and there's 2 splits. We're currently in the finals of our North American split and for phase 2. So we only had 2 phases planned for the HeroesHype Premier Series. I don't know what their plan is for next year. We'll find out, obviously, in the spring when they announce it. But me personally, like I haven't been told anything. I'm not like deep enough within the HeroesHype veins to find out. I do some editing, I do a lot of casting, and I'm on their stream team. So either way, we do have a couple bands that came through. Vala, Ari on the left, Sylvanas, ETC on the right. Bandits being weird. Tassadar and Hanzo, though, will be prioritized on the right-hand side. Can't blame them for that one. I wonder what the health ghost tastes like. I wanna hope it's some kind of McDonald's or something. Lich, how you doing? Thank you for coming by. I appreciate that support, my friend. I feel like it's one of those things, like it's just whatever you want it to be. It's just like, oh man, I'm low on mana and health. I wish this just tasted like tacos. At least that's me, or at least that's what I would like right now. Tacos and nachos. Doesn't it sound good, Bandit? Doesn't that sound delicious? I agree. Joanna, Li Ming, Ana on the left-hand side. Powerful combos right there. Ana with the nano boost onto Li Ming. That's a rough go. Joanna's an anchor and a strong tank. They do need something in the solo lane department as well as some extra damage. They could ban out like a Greymane if they don't want to deal with that themselves. Pairs well into the Li Ming, but they're going to go for the Malthael. They don't want to deal with that percentage-based damage as well as the Last Rites potential. Seems like they might not have an answer for the Last Rites. Maybe not going into a Blaze themselves. We'll see. We'll definitely see here. Like green peeps. I think they taste like a nice crisp can of raspberry drink. Raspberry drink? But raspberries are red. What if you're on the blue team? Wait, Winterheart, aren't you supposed to be drafting right now? All right, let's get into this a little bit further. So Uther and Malthael were banned out in our second ban phase. There's the Blaze Standard and there's Decker Kane, so they're going to be going with a double support. The Hanzo will be kind of a hyper carry in a sense, and Joanna, Li Ming, Ana, they need. I think the Greymane works really well here for Broken Alliance. You can grab camps, you've got pressure, you got rotations, you got engage, disengage, and then for the solo lane, you're going to be going into the Blaze, so maybe a Leoric. I think that would be a great round for the draft. You've got a lot of opportunities to lock down players. Pairs into the Li Ming, pairs into a Greymane. We got your favorite solo laner, Bandit. He doesn't care. What is drafting? I don't know, Kabiko. Shouldn't you be drafting? I always imagine them as Mountain Dew. That means that one side gets Code Red and one side gets Baja Blast. I would like to be on the side of the Baja Blast team. Either way. Last pick gonna be coming out. Gonna be a Varian, actually. So main tank Varian. Okay. All right. No Garrosh priority, which is a little odd. Lock them down, blow them up. I can see it work. Chain CC, Taunt from Varian, Jet Propulsion from Blaze. Hanzo has the Dragon Arrow. Decker Kane has the Scroll of Sealing. A lot of great options. A lot of great options here for both sides. He just realized he was supposed to be doing draft analysis and he wasn't paying attention, so I'll have to do the draft analysis. Cinnamon Pepsi? What? Punk Pirate, what? What? Cinnamon Pepsi? What is that? I don't even want to. Imagine being in chat while playing. I know, Fun Buns. Obviously, it's not you. Like, this is... Fun Buns is playing. You're not Fun Buns. Main tank Blaze, Twin Blaze Varian. It's possible. It's not out of this world. Yeah. All right, let's just get all of our honks in chat. Does Cinnamon Pepsi exist? Does it really? Who in their right mind was just like, yeah, this will be a good flavor? On the left-hand side, we got the members of Broken Alliance and our final best of 3 of the evening. John Knight will be on the Rexar, Shredder will be on the Joanna, Jet will be on the Li Ming, Tremor will be on the Greymane, and Kabiko going to be on the Ana. On the right-hand side, we have our members of Inting for Globes. Fun Buns is going to be on the Blaze. Valimar will be on the Decker Kane. Winterheart going to be on that Varian. Aziriel going to be on the Tassadar. And Unaverted on the Hanzo. Let's go ahead and get on into our mid lane and get into our first engagement here as we see our level 1 questing talents coming out for a couple of these players. Adrenal Stim Pack once again going to be picked up for the Blaze, so aggressive with that one right there. It exists and it's the worst. I don't want... I tried it because I was curious and it was not good. I can't blame you though. Like if I, Winterheart gonna get caught out right here in this bush. The Scroll of Sealing will not be enough to save them. Varian gonna get thrown over to the well, but just gonna be able to take a nap right next to it, not gonna be able to tap it right there. First blood in favor for Broken Alliance as Aziriel's in top lane. Gonna go try and clear this out. Also has that Psi Infusion at level 1. Did use the Oracle to get that vision. Oracle? I feel like that's wrong. It is Oracle, okay. We did it, team. And now, bottom lane, this matchup. Oh, nice stacks on that Psi Infusion. That's it. Azir, you're not allowed to use Psi. You had 69 stacks. All right, well, now you have to stop at 420. But it's going to be 2-2 in our levels, and they're going to see them break off and go for these camps on left and right. Makes sense. You want to grab these pretty early. The timers, the cooldown timer on them is pretty short, so you should have this up and available during the first objective phase. I believe it's actually like a 2-minute 30 counter. I might be wrong on that. We'll see here in just a second, but pretty close to almost, yeah, 2 minutes 30 on both sides. But we will be seeing them try and go for a touch of an invade there. Not going to be able to step up and even fight over the point. Vulnerable tank with taunt. Actually pick Twin Blades, run it down, intel game, annihilate, own healer in chat. Never lucky. So good. John Knight's going to get slowed here as they're trying to make their way out. They'll be fine right there. Misha Bear is going to be able to try and poke in a little bit if they do need her to have that charge in. Greymane in top lane clearing that out. It's even talent tiers across the board, and that first kill hasn't yielded them a ton of experience or a ton of an advantage. We can actually go ahead and highlight that really quickly. Only 300 experience coming in from that right there, as we can already see that it's pretty much being mitigated by minion experience already. But they're falling a touch behind, but it's not that big of a deal this early into the game. game. And now we have this fight over the bot emitter. They can step up on this. Misha and Rexar coming up. Ooh, great scatter arrow coming out from the Hanzo. Gonna have a lot of that damage right into Joanna's face. Decker King gonna be going into the Ruby at level 4. Not something we see too often, but hey, gonna be having some extra healing out for the friendly team. Point's gonna be contested. Joanna's the first one to go down. John Knight getting very low. Winterheart trying to use the single blade from their taunt. Zero very low. Valmar does pick up the biotic emitter, but they end up losing their variant. So 1 for 1, actually 1 for 2 during that entire phase. Control point A is up and available, and we have both of the fortification camps up in roughly 50 seconds. Whew. It's even. It's even. Like I keep saying, it's even levels, but they're keeping pace with each other, which is actually a really important thing, especially when you just lost 2 members. Unaverted might be staggering out of death. Tremor trying to step up, but they themselves are getting very low. Scatter Arrow might have found a kill as they are almost finished with that. 3 minutes and 20 seconds of the game. They have 19 out of the 20 stacks on that Hanzo. 6 out of the 20 for the Mending Hunter Gatherer. Excuse me, 25 for the Hunter Gatherer for that Rexar. Did they change that, or did they change the? They changed the armor. I think she used to get 25 armor, and I think it might have been 20 globes. Now it's like 15 armor and 25 globes. I might be wrong on that, but I feel like it was swapped recently in the same patch where we had Varian get the changes for Taunt as well, where you got a little bit more healing coming out from that one. But 66% will be the stopping point for Broken Alliance, as Jet is going to clear out top lane, looking for that 7 talent here before they re-engage. Neither team going for their siege camp either. It's a big thing to note. 7 talent here, though, on the left. Sonic Reach, excuse me, Sonic Projection for this Tassadar. A little more poke, a little more safety as well. Works out for them. We do see that the left side camp was grabbed. Hanzo finishing out the right side. I'm like waiting patiently. Who takes this fight? Misha looking for maybe just an angle with that charge. Varian dives in on a Jet, trying to get the taunt onto Li Ming. That's one of the fortification camps going to be used immediately. A little bit of poke out here and there. Varian gonna eat most of that damage. Doesn't have that shield wall at level 7. So then they dive in. Taunts up in 1 second. Biotic emitter was used. Misha Bear is going to get taunted. They end up going down. Call PETA on Winterheart. Actually, call PETA on Averted, as they are going to be that Hanzo player that finished them off. They do get the scroll ceiling onto 1, but it's overtime in favor for Inting for Globes. It's like we're in our third best of 3 of the night, but it's like I can feel the pressure, especially like coming out from Inting for Globes. So far, they've played a couple matches so far this evening, so they need to keep their tournament run alive. But Broken Alliance, they want to keep themselves alive here, as Winterheart is actually going to turn around, go for the Li Ming. Misha getting very low as they're chasing Tremor out. Blaze going to be going for that one, but shredded a little bit too low. No Iron Skin. Misha is going to be targeted once again. No taunt up for 5. Hanzo goes over the wall. They dive in further. They want to chase this. The Trigla Protector was grabbed. Taunt comes out. They find that kill. And while it isn't a ton of experience, it still is experience from a heroic kill. So you can see them slowly starting to gain a little bit more hold in that department, as well as the experience overall, as they found themselves a solid level lead in favor for the members of Inting for Globes. Broken Alliance a bit on the back foot here, but we'll see if they're going to be able to close that gap. More Globes, same armor. Okay, that's what it was, Poppin' Fresh. Thank you. I thought the armor was reduced, but I know that the globes were changed, but I wasn't sure about the armor. But thank you for that. Thank you for the clarification. Tassadar on top lane getting chased back by Tremor, who just gets one more. Just tickle beam comes out. Mid lane fort actually goes down. This is not something you see too often with a first Triglav Protector. You usually see them go for the front gate, then rotate to top to try and open up this front gate, as well as take out the well. A little bit of a change right there, but now we have them going ahead and poking out onto that with that gunner seat. They only have 11 seconds left on this and 18% falling, so they need to be careful about how they utilize this if they really want to take down that well. And you can see them trying to use every ability, but it does end up going down. That will be the Triglav Protector ending. So I believe we get it. It's 2 minute 30, so we are going to be seeing that right around the 9-minute mark into the game. We should be getting the announcement for the control point B. So with that, they've got about 2-ish minutes right now where they need to make some significant plays. They need to grab camps, they need to put pressure on the map, and they need to make sure that they don't give over any sort of kills right before the objective. They don't want to stagger out of death and give the control point positioning and posturing over to the enemy team, which is a big factor when you're considering these moments right here. Like control point A, it opens up the map a little bit for you. They got a lot of value with it. That also means periodic catapults coming in through the mid lane. It's going to be every third wave you'll have a catapult, which will siege in really effectively. Also meaning you can play this top lane and bottom lane for control point C a little bit slower on the side of Inting for Globes. You're able to play this where you're going to be having that catapult pressure come in, so that forces someone back, or they're going to be losing significant structure from said catapult. Ooh. I'm skimming through talents here, just getting an idea of what these players are looking for. And meanwhile in bottom lane, it's Fun Bun's just getting forced out. Gonna be doing a little bit of a double rotation, it looks like, or double soak right there, as the friendly team is trying to push up top lane a little bit further. Still holding their level advantage, which is big for them. Like not giving over experience, they're still rotating strong, and they're poking out at that well. You saw the Tassadar with the Psion Fusion, or excuse me, Psionic Storm poking at that, and that Psionic projection at level 7 is really impactful for them. Let's actually go ahead. Like, I want to show you just like the range that they have. Like, that is the Psionic Storm range for them. That is huge. That's how far they could, like, the plasma shielding. Look at that plasma shielding range. We might be getting a pause here in just a second. There is the pause. Let's bring it back to Bandit and I. See, it's moved out of his camera frame. You were doing so good all night. You were like, oh no, I'm good on stream. Blue team has weak mount synergies. It's debuffing them. Geppetto. Alright, looks like we have some just connectivity issues, but it's just like immediately I was just like, Winterheart just goes honk. But we are currently in a pause. We have to figure out what's going on with that one, and we'll get back into this game here in just a second. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Thanks for supporting the stream, and thank you for supporting the Heroes of the Storm scene. It's wonderful to have you all here, cheering on these teams, cheering on some great Heroes of the Storm action, and I just really, really appreciate it. I can't thank you all enough. It's always fun to have you all chatting here, cheering on some great teams, and even just making some fun comments on the side. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being awesome people. We can take an idea, we can not take a look, but we can actually get an idea of what some of our questing talents look like and how they're finishing out right now. Tassadar not too far behind, only needing what, like 84 more stacks on the Psion Fusion at level 1 to finish that out completely. Greymane has 7 stacks on the Wizened Duelist. And Honks in chat. Yes, Honks in chat. No Subdue finished out for the Johanna just yet. 16 out of the 25 for the Hunter-Gatherer. Hanzo did finish out their level 1 quest, and that's what we're sitting right there. But overall, pretty even. Like, healing's pretty even right now. Hanzo has like 10,000 more heroic damage just casually. Siege damage is a little bit stronger from that Blaze as well. Tassadar pretty far up there, and Rexar trailing behind a little bit. So a little bit of a hold up right now, but we'll be going ahead and getting back into this. Love your casting, great work. Thank you so much, Punk. I appreciate that. I really, really do. I try and put on a good show for all of you. That's honest to God, like, my one thing that I want to do. Like, I don't care about making money. I just like, I like casting games. I like putting on a great show for everybody, and I hope you you all enjoy. Okay, he just got back. Cool. But I hope you like, like, I just want to put on good games. I want to just have you all be entertained by the casting that I provide. So I love casting. That's really about it. Like, I look forward to this every day throughout work. Like, this is such a blast for me. Like, even the crazy long days that we have for Tespa, I'm ecstatic about those. Like, we start off the day and Jay House just like, how do you have this much energy? We got a game. Let's get into it. All right, we're back into our series right here. And everyone, okay, so control point B is going to be opening up in the announcement will be coming up here in like 20 or so seconds. I'm just going to make sure that all of our audio levels are good. Yes, we're good there. Bandit's cool too. He's kind of the best boy on the stream. Very positive and entertaining. That's the goal. There's no point in being negative about people's play. That's really like, me sitting here and shaming someone about what they picked, what they did, doesn't really help them. Me sitting here and pointing out the ways that it could work better, that helps them a lot. Vita, thank you so much. I love you too. Thank you for being an amazing admin, and thank you for hanging out as well. All right, we can get rid of that Tassadar stuff in the left-hand corner as well as in the bottom left, but this is a lot of pressure coming out from the members of Inting for Globes on Shredded. Stay a while and listen is more of a disengage tool. Bunker comes down as well. They sidestep Jet's combo. Jet propulsion is going to be perfect. The Gilnean cocktail does not connect. and they turn around, they get the taunt onto Greymane, not even necessary. Sleep Dart went out from the Ana, so they end up taking down one on the left-hand side, and with that, they say, cool, all right, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a top lane fort. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves this objective, and now they've got a lot of opportunities with this Trigger Protector. They can go through top lane, and potentially take down a keep and have constant catapult pressure. Fun Buns is in a bit of a rough spot. Jet Propulsion gets them right out of there. We do see them going for the support camp. Hanzo does have the quote-unquote Hanzo build with the Scatter Arrow as well as the Never Outmatch. They have the quick burn onto this camp with that Never Outmatch. Shredded does see that they're over here, so they're going to try and play into this. We have Tassadar still sitting on the point. Biotic Emitter up and available. Tassadar rotates down. They say this is better with us all here. The taunt comes out. Shredded taking a lot of damage, a lot of great poke damage as Joanna is the first one to go down. There is the no one able to get the complete channel just yet. Tremor is going to be very low as, oh my god, I can't believe they make it out. Kabiko with, oh my god. Clip it. Hanzo with the arrow to the spine. They're like, you know what? 70-second cooldown if I'm not mistaken? Nah, it's okay. We're going to go ahead and body a Greymane with that. Dear Lord. And confirm you do a great job. Not everyone has the physical endurance to do this job, but you do. Keep rocking the shit out of it. Thank you so much, Adas. I appreciate that, my friend. Like, I was talking to my parents, so like, how do you have the energy or desire to like work a roughly like 9-10 hour shift and then take an hour break and then cast for like 4 or 5 hours? And it's just like, this is, I look forward to that. Like, this is that arrow. That arrow as well. But no, I seriously, I love doing this so much, and seriously, thank you all so much for hanging out. I say it a lot, but I really, really do appreciate it, and just all I want to do is just create an environment where I can cast wonderful games for you all. It's all I really want to do. I love this. 14-16. Yeah, just the spam of emojis is very perfect, seriously. Fun Buns is just gonna get, they're getting harassed by John Knight, but here's the thing. Trigger Protector's up. They're gonna be going for this bottom lane. They wanna open up bottom lane for control point C, as they do have their 16 talent tier as well. Taunt comes in, they're gonna be focusing on a Shredder who takes a lot of damage from the Trigger Protector. Gonna go ahead and just kind of poke at the sidewall. The fort's still up and available, as this is Blaze getting forced back in the top lane, but they got Bunker, they got their front gate. They're gonna be safe to be able to kind of force that back, and now they step further forward. That's going to be a lot of damage coming out from the Li Ming, but they're not able to really get a kill. They're just whittling down the Trigger Protector, and now they can kind of soft push this bottom lane, open up the front gate, as Blaze is still doing double rotations, and they're matching this. Actually, Li Ming goes down in bottom lane. My apologies right there, as Decker Kane in that Gunner seat, I believe, will be able to get the last little bit of damage, and they move into mid lane, and maybe they open this up a little bit further. No, they just completely get out of the Trigger Protector as it ran out of time. And what do we have on timings for camps here? Trigger Protector went around down around 12-minute 30-ish, so I think we're looking around 15 minutes in the game for the announcement. Fortification camps are up in 35. They're just not on my mini-map, so I can't hover them and see what the timers are for them. But camp on the right-hand side's up. Seems like they don't want to try and press their advantage right now, and they're just going to grab a camp and maybe force that through top lane. So far, it's going pretty good for Inting for Globes in our final best of 3 series of the night in game number 1. 16 talent tiers, though, have been found by Broken Alliance. This could be the moment that kind of shifts the dynamic back in their favor. It's definitely a possibility. I've seen a lot of teams kind of utilize the 16 as the crux of their composition and just be like, you know what, we just have to get to 16, just have to scale, and once we get there, we'll be absolutely fine. We'll see if that's the case. It's even talent tiers, 2-level advantage for the members of Inting for Globes. A lot of top lane pressure mounting as well. They got that catapult up there. They've got a Biotic Emitter. Blessed Shield came out from Shredded. And they know that's down, so now they turn around and say, let's try and take a fight. They don't have that AoE stunner lockdown, and now they also know this on the opposing side. They're like, we just disengaged. Taunt goes on onto the Misha. If they can take out the bear, that's just a little bit of an advantage for them, but Misha's got a lot of great healing. Hanzo with the Scatter Arrow doesn't find the kill, but now they step up. Shredded, gonna be the target once again. Gonna poke at them once also, and top this. I mean, look at all this pressure coming in right now. Misha dives out. That charge. Varian has a taunt up and available, but they're looking for someone outside of Misha. Actually, no, they're fine with the Misha Bear kill. They're cool with that, because that means that nuisance is off the table, and they can siege in further through top lane. If they can get a couple more kills here, they could be looking for game. They don't have to win through the objective. They're going to go ahead and sidestep to this this camp over here and add some more pressure in the lane. They could potentially keep pushing with this as well. Or they just leave this back and say, cool, you know what? You're going to have to deal with top lane. We'll rotate down and get in position for the next objective. It is going to be announced in like 30 or so seconds, so it means we still have about a minute before it's up and available for capture. And they just need to find their 20 talent tiers on top of this, and then they can really, really force the situation. But top lane, it's an end condition for them. Bottom lane is as well, but they've got that opened up a little bit further. Even if they get some great fights, oh, Fun Buns was maybe jet propulsion in the wrong direction, but once again, Misha, being the nuisance that she is, announcement of Trigger Protector is up and available. Wars are unleashed from the Rexar as they find the blow up onto Very and Hanzo with a huge arrow onto a few. Decker Kane going to be able to get a lot of healing out for that friendly team with that Ruby right there, and now they're stepping further forward and trying to find John Knight. Unaverted has a lot of damage. They get the scatter arrow and they find the kill. 3 down. They're varying out as well. I think they just back off and go for the objective. Fun Bun stepping up. They drop the camp. But the keep is just going to shred right through that. I don't know. Do they try and take a keep right here? I think they just soft push this and go for Triglav. They're thinking about it. You can even tell there's a little indecisiveness in the way that they kind of went back and forth there. But I think the safer and the smarter choice, at least in my opinion, is going to be control point sees Triglov. You got the bottom lane opened up a bit. Grab this, push in through bottom, and potentially take game. There is going to be one more fight. That's for certain. 12 seconds is the longest death timer on the left-hand side, and that will be for Misha. No way in 12 seconds are they getting 100%. Or 80 more percent. Thank you, ADS, for clipping that. Thank you for clipping that. I really appreciate it. That was such a good arrow. Now Kane's potions, no doubt, those are tasting like red Gatorade. I'd be okay with that. Red Gatorade potions, I'm okay with that. Not the best flavor in the world, but it's okay. I mean, it's not yellow. I don't know anyone who likes yellow Gatorade. Or whatever that flavor is. Also, I love that the flavors of Gatorade are just color. Like, they actually have names, but 9 times out of 10, my friends and I, or at least anyone I've talked to about it, they're just like, what color do you want? Blue, but not the dark blue, the light blue. Either way, let's go ahead. It's 20 talent tier in favor for the members of Inting for Globes. We'll look at some of the other numbers in just a second. Let's actually pull those talents away and get an idea of what this final potential fight looks like. I say final fight because they are throwing everything on Shredded, who finally goes down. Stay a While and Listen comes out as well. They're working their way down here as Tremor's very low. Twilight Archon's out from Aziriel, and that's going to be the Li Ming going down. They're chasing into Tremor, but they found themselves Kubiko, and they don't even need Triglav right now. Last hit from the Decker Kane. Archon form is up, and they need to auto something. They find the minion wave, which is perfect for Aziriel, and now Triglav Protector actually was picked up by Hanzo. The rest of the team rotated in. They did go for they have the Banner of Ironforge. Gonna go ahead and try and end the game through this bottom lane. And with 30 seconds on average, I don't know if there's a defense coming out for the members of Broken Alliance. Yeah, with Triglav Protector 17 minutes into the game, they even walk past this with the Triglav Protector. Gonna go ahead and just clap that right there. Let's keep going down, and that is going to be game number 1, going over to the members of Inting for Globes. They want to close this out in a 2-0 fashion, but can Broken Alliance in game number 2 take us to a game 3? We'll find out in just a minute, but GG's go over to the members of Inting for Globes for game number 1. Honk. Ooh, lemon lime is delicious. I don't believe you. Wait. There are 2 people in chat who say that lemon lime is delicious. Do I need to go buy some for this weekend and try it out? Poppin' Fresh and Lesh, you legit are saying that lemon lime is good. I'll try it. Maybe they're onto something with a globe focused strategy, thinking face. They honestly, like, they played that really well. I got just unaverted with this Hanzo, like. Lemon lime is good. You'll back it as well? All right. That's 3 people in chat. I'll get some for this weekend. I'll get some and I'll try it this weekend. It's the flavor you always buy? Always? Okay. Okay. All right. Flacker. Pace the saying I'm a brave soul. I'll try. I mean, I'm one of those people that like, I'll like a new food or a drink. Like, I'll give it a shot a couple times. Like, oops, that's the wrong one. There we go. Oh, thank you, Vita. Oh, really? Okay, all right. It's gonna be map and that map. Okay, boop. That's all updated. Cucumber. Wait, cucumber lime Gatorade? Wait, that's a thing? When we were talking about lemon and lime, we were talking about Sprite or 7-Up. I wish I could drink Sprite and 7-Up. I miss those. I miss soda in general. Like lunch and dinner. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll remember you fondly. All right, let's update this. That's gonna be them, bum bum bum. Let's give them that and Spooky Worm R. Winterheart with the honks. Do I have that? I don't know what that emote is. Sorry, I'm like enthralled by the one that mech? There it is. Mechapila Vala. That's what it is. Okay, sorry. My body just doesn't. My body doesn't either. I haven't probably had. I tried to drink like a Jarritos, which is like a Mexican soda, a year ago, and I got about a quarter of the way through, not even like an eighth of the way through. My stomach started to hurt, and I started getting like all jittery because I'm just not used to sugar. Like I can't even eat donuts. I've tried to eat donuts, and it's too much sugar. My body just cannot do it. But my dietary issues aside, let's go ahead and get into our draft right now because we have. Game number 2, we're going to Tomb the Spider Queen. Thank you all for joining me for our third and final best of 3 of the evening. For day number 1 of our 3 days of Heroes Hype Premier Series playoffs, we are going to Tomb the Spider Queen. We have Broken Alliance on the left-hand side, who are down 1 in our best of 3 series, and we have Inting for Globes trying to close it out in a 2-0 fashion. But I'm sure you're sitting at home, drinking your lemon lime Gatorade, and probably having a Sprite or a 7-Up, and you're like, wait a minute, Bahamut! How did I get to Tomb the Spider Queen? I got you! Don't you worry, it's okay. The home team is going to be the members of Broken Alliance. They won the coin flip. Towers of Doom and Hanamura Temple were banned out by them. Dragonshire and Alterac Pass were banned out by the members of Inting for Globes. Game number 1 was chosen by Inting for Globes, and they picked Volskaya Foundry and won. We just saw that happen. So now the members of Broken Alliance have opted for map pick priority in game number 2. Said that we're going to be taking you to Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let's see what shenanigans are brought to the table here in our second best of 3 of the evening. Our third best of 3 second match of the evening. There we go. I can say words. Sorry. No donuts, poor boy. It's like sugary stuff. Like I can't eat like most candy. I can't eat like I love licorice. Like I love Twizzlers and stuff like that. I can't eat it because my my TMJ or my joint right here gets so inflamed that my jaw actually starts to misalign. It's comfortable. It was a great 2 weeks, and I just casted through all of it. It was actually, I think, like the first week of Test with Collegiate Series, like my jaw was in so much pain that entire Saturday or that entire Sunday. I was just like, we'll just cast through the pain. Like I think there was during the spring series, I got an ear infection and I had to wear earbuds, and it was the most painful thing I've ever done. I was just like, well, just keep casting. It's fine. It's great. But either way. Sugar's a hell of a drug. It's so good, though. Vala and Blaze going to be banned on the left-hand side. We have ETC and Anna picked up on the right. Mandy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, my friend. Glad you're enjoying the stream, but that's going to be a first pick Junkrat coming out from the members of Inting for Globes. No Hanzo priority here for Tomb of the Spider Queen. Going to be going for that wave clear, map pressure, rotation pressure. I like it a lot. I like it. I think it's a great little pickup right there. Who uses words? Words are dumb. Someone's really proud of the pick map screen. Wait, what? Weenus made that. I just love that screen because I like to update chat. That's rough. I mean, it happens. My spine currently hurts insanely bad, but I sit in this chair for like 18 hours a day. Leoric is going to be picked up here with the Junkrat and the Johanna. We have a Sylvanas Garrosh on the left-hand side. We don't have any supports, any healers, and I would expect that to be what the choke comes out here. Like, I would consider actually a Stukov ban here. Because Stukov with the Entomb would be a great pairing. You have that silence inside. You have Junkrat with the Riptire, so no one can use an ability to get out of there. Like, there's no Banshees to get out if you're silenced from a Stukov. So that's what I'd be considering. But they're gonna go for the Hanzo. They're afraid of that Hanzo damage from the last game, and it makes sense. But I don't think we see it here. I think if anything, we get like a Gul'dan, a Kael'thas, a Jaina, something for wave clear, and then a support to round that out. So the Hanzo, I'm not too keen on, but we'll see if it just even then, just respecting it still. I can expect that. Cast Through the Pain. To be honest, like, it's one of those things that, like, the only time that I actually feel like uncomfortable or like my back hurts or like any sort of pain that I have is mostly when you have to buy time. Like, when I actually can sit here and talk about Tomb of Spider Queen, talk about the game, it's not on my mind. But when I'm sitting like just like buying time and like filling, waiting for lobbies and stuff, that's when, like, I don't know why I notice it. Either way, these comfort picks for Inting for Globes are approaching mega cozy levels of comfort. Arm plus Entomb is hard. Okay, so that makes sense why they didn't go for the Stukov ban themselves. They're going to be going ahead and picking it up. They grab a Greymane on top of that, so dive potential blow up is huge. I think they should go into like a Gul'dan or a Kael'thas here. That'd be really, really strong for them. Kael'thas, if they have a high mechanical player, that'd be a great pickup as well. Something to consider for them because it would be great for the Entomb potential. But it's going to be Li Ming. They're looking for that reset value from her. The only thing that I worry about is just well, I wouldn't say worry. You play a lot in the minion waves and a lot in the rotation, so I worry about just that becoming an issue over time. They do need a solo laner here on the left-hand side. They could be considering the Misha once again. I think that's a strong pickup. Blaze is an option, but they're going into Leoric, so maybe they consider range. Something like a Phoenix is a possibility. Oh, so they go for control. They go into your route. That's an option as well. She doesn't pop up too much, but I was just thinking, like, do you consider the lower health pool heroes into Leoric so he doesn't have that drain hope value, or do you just consider to continue to be aggressive? But it's the aggression. We get the URL, and I like it. Tomb of Spider Queen's gonna be a fun map. Leo Blaze is all I play. Oh, that's it. Just that's it. I like how it's like the players from the teams are in here. It's like the follow-up is just like, if you leak strats one more time, you're off the team. Report Stukov for not being a Warcraft hero. Greymane, Yrel, Sylvanas, Garrosh. That's true. That's true. I mean, we could yell at the fact that we have Johanna, Deckard, Li Ming, Leoric on the opposing side, and then a Junkrat. So both teams have one oddity, right? Johanna's the paladin from Diablo 3. So Bandit Comfy Tag. Oh my God, he's passed out hard. He just a little bit of an eye open, and that's it. Let's get into our game, everybody. I'm ready for this. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Broken Alliance trying to take us to a game number 3. Kabiko's going to be on the Stukov. Shredder will be on that Garrosh. John Knight going to be on the Yrel. Jet going to be on the Li Ming. And Tremor on the Greymane. On the right-hand side, we have the members of Inting for Globes trying to close it out in a 2-0 fashion. Unaverted on the Junkrat. Azero going to be on the Li Ming. Winterheart going to be on the Johanna. Funbun's going to be on the Leoric. And Valimar on the Deckard Cain. Mechanical player, I learned something new. What other What other types are there? So when I say like mechanically savvy player, it's a lot like mages. Like mages are like Azero right now. Like it's any mage getting those combos out, getting the reset value, and being able to be quick with your ability use. And so mechanically, it's typically like I always equate mechanically savvy players to mage players or assassin players or ranged DPS. Like, well, actually, not so much ranged DPS. Like, I don't want to like take away from them because like I mostly also say like I'm not mechanically savvy, but I can play like a decent Hanzo. That's ranged DPS. I can play a decent Raynor. So it's things like that, but like HeroesHype, Kael'thas, like you have to land a gravity lapse, you have to hit your Verdant Spears, you have to hit I'm blanking on the name, Flame Strike, and then you have the Chain Bomb, all of that, plus you're auto-attacking in between all that. Like, that's a very, very difficult thing to do, and that's a very mechanically savvy player, in my opinion. So it's just one of those things that it's a hard thing to learn. It's practice. It's like HeroesHype, that's a whole lot of practice being able to get, you know, your chains into Glacial Spike, into the Frost Nova, into the it's Death and Decay, and then you also have the Chew, thank you for the follow, my friend. Appreciate that. I love you very much. I hope you're having a wonderful night, Mr. Chew. Either way, that's just kind of how I look at it. Like, mechanically savvy players are people who are extremely versed in how to land skill shots as well as be able to get combos out and stuff like that. HeroesHype never struck me insanely as difficult. He's just all in. Land an E and the rest of your stuff is pretty much point and click. See, that's the thing is, like, while it's also being able to roll your face across the keyboard in the proper manner. Like, if you get your chains off, that's great, but you have to be able to land that Frost Nova afterwards, which that's the difficult thing for me, as well as the Death and Decay. I'm going on little rambles here, but this is going to be our 4 Talonteers hit for both these sides. It is going to be Tomb of Spider Queen, so it's rotation very heavy. Going to be grabbing some camps, putting out some pressure. The big thing to also consider here are the gems that are dropped by the... Instead of having archers on the map, you're going to be having those spiders, and Fun Buns is getting very low, but they consider jumping back into the fray of this fight. A little bit of poke coming out from that Junkrat as well, who's going into the trap build. This is something that I've seen a lot of players go into and a lot of players discussing the value coming out from it ever since this rework a couple weeks ago, and I've been seeing some, especially the Chattering Teeth too. Like, it's a good zoning tool, especially within rotations on a rotation heavy based map. Like, look at this right here. You now have effectively zoned this whole area, and once they step in, they can either get caught or they'll have to back off, but Winterheart going to get thrown around. That's going to be Joanna still just fine. Concussion Mine going to separate the enemy team from any sort of dive onto them, and just applying some more pressure, making sure they're stepping up, getting those gems, and it's 44 to 26. They do have a couple in on the left-hand side. So I think they're pretty close overall on both sides. Caster Math is not a strong suit for me right now, especially getting this late into the night. Even Jania Machine Gun Q, if you can keep hitting. That's true. Does require a reasonably fast APM. Mechanically skilled players are good at playing their characters. I couldn't have said a better pace. I think W Hanzo is hard to play, but Q Hanzo is fairly face roll. So that, yeah, like that's the thing that I tried to learn the most with Hanzo is the scatter arrows. Like, those angles are the hardest thing. But once you learn some of those angles, it becomes second nature. Like, if you play enough Tomb of Spider Queen, that's very easy. Shredded, gonna get hit with a Concussion Mine. That's 15 gems they might not be able to recover here, and yeah, they zone them away fairly effective. That's a big denial coming out from the members of Inting for Globes. It's 15 gems, yes. So that's what? 5 waves? Because you get 3 gems a wave? Yeah, that's 5 waves of gems that they just denied from the enemy team. When you put it like that, it sounds a lot more than just 15 gems. You're Zero, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry I murdered your name. My apologies. Fun Buns in bottom lane might get pushed a little too hard. Okay, now they're gonna be able to back out just fine. Red Web Weavers do descend in the favor of the members of Inting for Globes. John Knight just gonna be playing this not aggressive. They got that Righteous Hammer to knock them away. Rotates into mid, and mid Web Weaver gonna get just a set. Yeah, that does not get much value, but top lane still fairly healthy. Does lose health slowly over time, so you are going to be able. Unaverted, maybe getting thrown over the wall right there, but getting very low. Does have some potions out from the Decker Kane, who stepped up to help them, but this is going to be Leoric in bottom lane pushing that out, and Li Ming in mid with the camp, and so they're not getting a ton of value. They're just kind of soft pushing a lot of these waves. I don't think they have enough for another turn in here. I'm doing some quick caster math. Looks like they're sitting around 30 or so. Yeah, 31 gems in their pockets. They don't have any in the bank bank just yet, but 47 in the pockets of Broken Alliance as they're looking for this turn-in, and Tremor is able to get out. Just to kind of equate it even further, 21 gems, that's 7 waves. That's 7 waves of rotations of all. Yeah, that's a lot to potentially remove right there. So it's just something to consider. But while they can see there's a couple members in that mid lane, they're going to say, Leoric, go ahead and just do skeletal things and push out that bottom. Yrel jumps over the wall. They got the Righteous Hammer up and available, but I don't know if they're even the minion wave will finish that out. Forces them back, but they still lose the fort in bottom. Winterheart and friends are going to be split a little bit over here, but they're just playing this safe. And we can go ahead and look through some of the other numbers really quickly as it has kind of gotten to that early to mid game, and we are looking for that 10 talent here quite soon. 62 gems in the pockets of Broken Alliance. Inting for Globes feeling comfortable and looking confident on this map as they force them back pretty effectively, consistently a lot around these turn-in points. Unaverted, trying to look for some sort of poke. Leoric is just like free pushing bottom, by the way. Not so much free pushing, Yrel's down here, but just like aggressively pushing this lane in bottom. And they're pretty close to a turn in here, actually. 22, 40. I think they're like a wave or two of gems away, if caster math serves me right. Yeah, they need a gem currently, and then they'll have enough for a turn in. Ooh, that Entomb from Fun Buns. There was an opportunity right there, but this is going to be 10 talent here on both sides. We can actually Sacred Ground for the Yrel. Something we see here and there, not too often. Winterheart getting very low. Do they have an Iron Skin to be able to get out of this? That's the big question. Stay a while and listen. Taunt comes out. That's the Riptire out as well. Silence, everything being thrown onto Winterheart, but no one able to find the kill just yet. Forces them back. Great blink out from Aziriel as well as Greymane step forward. Once again, like 27 gems is a lot if they do get that kill, but they have the turn availability. Who actually do they need to get the turn in from? Realistically, Leoric is the best one, or they could put 1 gem on. Oh, nope, they get it. Never mind. All right, well, that's going to be second Webweaver phase going over in favor for the members of Inting for Globes. What do they get from this is the question. I know I keep saying that, but like that is the big question on the table is what are they going to be getting from this? It's even talents. Red Webweavers do descend. Most of the heroics are off cooldown. Bold move, COD. Let's see if it pays off for them. God, I have not watched Dodgeball in so long. That's a good movie. Fun Bun steps up. The Entomb comes out. They catch one. They're looking at the Greymane. Great concussion mine. Tremor in a bit of a rough spot. They end up getting caught out, and that's 27 gems on the ground. No stepping up from the enemy team to try and pick those up. And just to get you an idea of what that looks like, you can see the carried objectives right now. They still have enough for a turn-in. They haven't even gotten their first one, if I'm not mistaken. Just between Sylvanas and Yrel, they've got enough for a turn-in. I think they might have a couple in the bank as well. So just something to consider on top of all of that. But we'll see what they have turn-in-wise on the left-hand side in a second. It isn't going to be shown due to the fact that the Webweavers are going to be in the lanes, but mid lane's still pretty healthy. Top lane is going to get cleared out by the Sylvanas. They soft push this keep front gate. Bottom lane's going to get kind of the same treatment, but doesn't get really that much value. They rotate down. I wonder if they're going to try and grab this. They got 1 catapult, but yeah, no. They end up backing out, and they just play this smart. They play this safe, and they'll look for 13 talent here, but they have to kind of wait for them to crash, wait for that to crash into them. Meanwhile, they'll say, let's set up and let's poke at them. Let's make sure we deny them from any sort of turn. And 80 gems sit in their pockets, 14 already in the bank. They only need, what, 36 to get a turn in here as Leoric and friends step up. It's an even talent here fight for now. 13s are a little bit off. They need to poke at this for a bit. Fun Buns in a bit of a rough spot. Do they have a Wraithwalk? Warlord Challenge comes out. That's going to be the Riptire. Fun Buns is so very low. I cannot believe they made it out of that alive right there. Li Ming rotates up. They've got the full force of team, and now they're looking at Garrosh, who's just chain CC'd to death. Gets the kill right there. Tremor split from the friendly team. They might be able to find a reset and a kill onto them. A little bit of poke damage out from from Unaverted, but they say, you know what? We got that kill. Let's go ahead and jump over onto this boss, and that's going to be us having some extra pressure in this top lane. No Webweaver to pair into that. Typically, we see a lot of teams go for that duo, but since the waves are so far pushed up, they're not able to step up and grab 22 more gems. They go for the turn, and meanwhile, Fun Buns is just gonna be rotating around, making sure they deny any sort of attempt onto these turn-in areas. Wailing Arrow, this is a bit of a rough spot for Leoric, but out of all the people to die, Leoric is probably your best bet. Fun Buns is gonna steal a little bit of health. Greymane dives in. Entomb. That keeps them over here. The tower shots, will it be enough? Here's the thing. Li Ming rotates in. Actually, do they get the... And they end up picking up the gems, but this is blue web weavers picked up. While all that was happening, the top lane will descend like right in front of their keep front gate. Bottom lane is going to be descending right in front of their keep front gate. And mid lane will be going out to about the mid lane portion. So that'll be their strongest lane. But the red team, the members of Inting for Globes, are looking to push this in even further. Secret dings, though? Yeah. Just... Some of those noises that they have, like even like the... Arsenal Synergy, I believe it is, for Phoenix at level 1, where you get the 3 autos from your repeater cannon, and then you get the increased damage on the photon cannon, I believe is the name. Like that is such a satisfying noise. Like when you actually get that, like the availability for the extra damage. Lurking Arm comes out, so Fun Buns knows where they are, but now the enemy team does as well, and the friendly team does as well, and Sylvanas ends up going down. Stay a while and listen, catches one. Winterheart goes for a ride over to their friendly keep, or friendly fort. Fun Buns comes with the rotation in. No one, actually Entomb is up and available. Can they find an angle for it? Shredded? There it is. I was like, it's up. What are they looking for? They get the, oh my god, this Junkrat play is disgusting. The trap underneath them, the steel trap, there we go, and it has a silence now as well. It's the way that they're playing this is insane. Like, you have the Entomb, the trap goes underneath them, they're locked down, they lock down a second time, and they just get blown up. Concussion Mine goes behind them, they're pulled out of that. The way that they're playing this inside of Inting for Globes is they're just like, we want to clean 2-0, we want to go into, you know, tomorrow we're going to be going into PEDs, we're still in the lower bracket, but at least we're not getting knocked out. And they, Broken Alliance, they got to make something happen to here. If they end up getting taken out, that's their entire run out. They're done. They collect whatever prizing they manage to hit. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, because I believe there is prizing 1st through 8th. I think there is still something if you do manage. I think it's like 6th through 8th is all the same amount of money. If you hit exclamation point bracket, you go to that website. There's little tabs as information. It'll give you the entire prizing pool breakdown and what you get from the match arena as well. But either way, 14 to 17 in levels. Let's go ahead and cycle through some of those other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, as this is the members of Inting for Globes pushing in through this game number 2 and holding the map pretty effectively. They've got another web weaver in their favor. This would be their 3rd one, if I'm not mistaken.
I have a quest for you.
That filthy Entomb, I agree. But another web weaver descends. That's going to be Siege Giants for bottom lane as well. So a lot of great siege coming in through bottom. I wonder if they try and capitalize on top of that. Doesn't look like it. It's your tank in a box. Ooh. Let's see. 16 Talonteers are around in the corner. Top lane web weaver going to be a little far back, so they're saying, let's go ahead and just push in through mid. We got a great camp. Yeah, this mid lane push is really, really powerful. Plus, they're going to be able to step up through bottom if they need to. Stukov goes down before the concussion mine even goes out. That's the Entomb just below us as well. Riptire going to be out as well. Wailing Arrow, I think, came out from Sylvanas just to silence a couple, maybe even silence the Junkrat, but they don't even manage to do so. And so far, Stukov's down. They've got a great wave through mid. They could actually look to rotate into bottom lane. Going to go ahead and do exactly that. They could try and end, but I think they want to have bottom lane come in here as well. They're I wouldn't say indecisive, but I think they're realizing this as well, and they're like, maybe we can just end here. Maybe we can just take a clean 2-0. But they want the bottom lane keep. They're going to get the top lane keep as well here. And then they'll disengage. Okay. I thought they'd be able to end off of this, but it doesn't seem like that's maybe that's the case. It's not so much wishy-washy as it is just like, I'm just unsure of what their intention is, because they've just been so back and forth. Righteous Hammer goes out, Concussion Mine forcing them back. The core is falling to like 37%. 36, it's getting very low here. They're gonna throw in a little extra damage from Aziriel. It's 26% coming in. And look at Aziriel right now. Look at Fun Buns. That's, yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do about this, and that's going to be Entomb out, and that will be Aziriel and friends finishing out the second game. Inting for Globes takes it in a 2-0 fashion. GG.